Hi, this is Mike Wallach with TriMech, and I want to show you some best practices for managing the view palette in SolidWorks. The view palette is this tab on the task pane, and with default settings, anytime you open a drawing, the view palette is automatically rebuilt and ready to go with these little prototype views so you can drag and drop them onto the sheet to create views. It's an alternative to using the model view command on the command manager. So this is great. It's really convenient. We can also import design annotations. So say the dimensions from the model, we can auto start projected views. And this is the tool that I used to create this drawing in the first place. But I haven't made any changes here since I opened the drawing. And I'm now going to go to performance evaluation. And we can see that the file open time was a mere 3.9 seconds, and part of that was a rebuild, and that rebuild was half a second. Rebuilding the view palette was 0.2 seconds, or 41.2% of that rebuild time. This is not just when opening the file. This is anytime I do a rebuild, the view palette is going to be rebuilt as well. So we can save a little bit of time by turning this option off, and we'll get to that later. But really, 0.2 seconds, not a big deal here, okay? But said this is a small, simple drawing, only 13 parts. So let's go ahead and just close this one, and we'll look at a worse example. This is an industrial-sized potato box. This one has over 4,000 components, 3,000 and something unique part files. Okay. And this one has the view palette populated. Now, it was just opened, resolved, and performance evaluation shows that the open time was 1 minute and 2 seconds, 11.2 seconds of rebuild time. Rebuilding the view palette was 6.6 seconds, or 59.1% of that rebuild time. So this is going to be added to the opening and rebuild time every single time we open this drawing or rebuild it. Now, this isn't a really bad scenario, but I've seen situations where rebuilding the view palette was way more time than this. Just depends on the drawing. We've got two different ways to save some time here. One is we can go to options, and I like to search for the auto-populate view palette option. So pop, and it takes you right to it. So it's under system options, drawings, automatically populate view palette with views. If we uncheck that box, then from now on, any drawing that we open will not automatically have the view palette prepared and ready to go. Okay. And therefore we'll save a little time. But for most of my drawings, like the gas strut assembly, I kind of want that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that on because it's not really costing me all that much time with drawings of basic parts and simple assemblies. But for a big one like this, I want to save some time. So what I'm going to do is go over here to the view palette itself, and I'm going to hit this red X. And this is more like a document setting. Once I clear the view palette like this, it's not going to automatically load the view palette anymore. So in the future, when I open this drawing, then the view palette won't be populated. So I'm going to go ahead and save this drawing, close, and reopen it, and show you the result. And I'm going to pause the video while I do that. All right, I just finished reopening this drawing. So we can go and look and see the view palette has not been populated. And I'm going to go to performance evaluation. We need to do a full rebuild just to make sure the tool is up to date. Now, the file open time has dropped from over a minute down to 40.5 seconds. The total rebuild time is now down to 3.2 seconds, and rebuilding the view palette was not even a task that needed to be done. So this has saved a pretty fair amount of time, and this is just once. So from now on, anytime I open this drawing, the view palette will not be automatically populated. But since I left the system option in place, then it will be populated with smaller assemblies like the gas strut. I hope you found that useful and that it saves you a lot of time.